Episode 1, The Ring in the Rain. Rain pattered on the cobblestone streets of the little town, a place so far from home that Ellie could barely pronounce its name. She tugged her red raincoat tighter, her sneakers squishing in the puddles as she trailed behind Jake and Sam. The market buzzed around them, stalls piled high with odd trinkets and steaming bowls of soup, but Ellie's eyes kept darting to the shadows. Vacation was supposed to be fun, she thought, not wet and gray and boring. Jake, 10 and full of big brother bossiness, marched ahead, his hood up, muttering about how they should have stayed at the hotel. Sam, 7 and quiet as a mouse, clutched his little sketchbook, sketching a crooked lamppost with his tongue poking out. Their parents were back at the inn, sipping tea and laughing about the storm, leaving the kids to explore. Ellie didn't mind. She liked the rain, the way it made everything shiny and new. She stopped at a stall tucked under a sagging awning, its table a jumble of junk, rusty coins, cracked pots, a doll with one eye missing. The old woman behind it smiled, her teeth like tiny pearls, and waved a wrinkled hand. Ellie waved back, polite as always, then crouched to peek under the table. Something glinted there, half buried in the mud. Her heart did a little hop. She reached down, fingers brushing cold metal, and pulled it free. A ring. Not a plain one, oh no, this one glowed, a soft green light pulsing like a heartbeat. It was big, too big for her finger, with swirls carved into it that looked like wind chasing itself. She held it up, rain streaking over its surface, and gasped. Jake's voice cut through the drizzle. "Ellie, what are you doing down there? Get up before you catch a cold." She stood, hiding the ring behind her back, her cheeks warm despite the chill. "Nothing," she mumbled, "just looking." Jake squinted at her, suspicious, but Sam shuffled closer, his big eyes locked on her hands. "What's that?" he whispered, like he already knew it was special. Ellie hesitated, then opened her palm. The ring's glow lit their faces, green and ghostly, and Sam's mouth fell open. Jake snorted. "Probably fake," he said, but he leaned in anyway, poking it with a finger. The second he touched it, the world spun. A whoosh swallowed the rain, the market, everything. Ellie's stomach flipped like she'd jumped off a swing, and she squeezed her eyes shut. When she opened them, the gray town was gone. Green hills rolled out in every direction, bright and wild, with golden loops sticking out of the ground like giant toys. The sky was blue, too blue, with fluffy clouds that looked like cotton balls. Windmills spun lazily in the distance, and a bridge creaked over a stream that sparkled like glass. Ellie blinked. "Where are we?" she said, her voice small. Sam hugged his sketchbook tight, his knees wobbling. "I don't know," he squeaked, "but it's pretty." Jake spun around, fists clenched. "This isn't funny," he snapped. "Who did this?" Before Ellie could answer, a blur shot past them, blue and fast as lightning. It stopped, skidding on the grass, and there he was, a hedgehog, standing on 2 legs, with spiky blue hair and red sneakers. He stared at them, green eyes wide, then tilted his head. Hi," he said, scratching his quills. "You're not from around here, are you?" Ellie shook her head, too stunned to speak. Sam stepped forward, brave for once. "Are you a talking animal?" he asked. The hedgehog grinned. "Name's Sonic," he said. "Fastest thing alive. Welcome to my world." Jake crossed his arms. "Your world? What's that supposed to mean?" Sonic's grin faded, and he kicked at the dirt. "Look, I'd love to chat, but I'm kinda in a mess. My friend Amy Rose is gone, and the golden glove's missing too. Ellie's heart thumped. Golden glove? She echoed. Sonic nodded, his voice dropping low. Yeah, it's a big deal. Grants one wish to whoever wears it. Been safe for years, guarded by my buddy Knuckles, but now it's just, poof. And Amy with it. He looked at them, hopeful. You kids didn't see anything weird before you popped up here, did you? Ellie held up the ring, its glow brighter now. Just this, she said. Sonic's eyes bugged out. Whoa, he breathed. That's no ordinary ring. Where'd you get it? Found it, Ellie said simply, in the rain. Sonic paced, muttering to himself. A ring that moves people? That's new. Maybe it's tied to the glove. Maybe it brought you here for a reason. Jake huffed. We're not here for your problems, he said. We just want to go home. Sonic stopped pacing, his ears drooping. I get it, he said. But I can't send you back. Not yet. That ring's got power I don't understand, and Amy's out there, alone. I could use some help. Ellie glanced at Sam, who nodded, then at Jake, who scowled but didn't say no. Okay, she said, we'll help. What's Amy like? Sonic's face softened. She's tough, he said. Pink quills, big hammer, bigger heart. She'd do anything for a friend. Ellie smiled. Sounds like someone I'd like. A rustle came from the trees, sharp and sudden. Sonic spun, tense. What was that? He said. Ellie peered into the shadows, the ring warm in her hand. Nothing moved, but she felt it, eyes watching. Sam tugged her sleeve. I don't like this, he whispered. Jake stepped in front of them, brave despite his frown. Let's move, he said. Sonic nodded. Good call, he said. Stick with me, kids. We've got a mystery to solve. He took off, a blue streak, and Ellie ran after him, Sam and Jake close behind. The ring pulsed, like it was happy to be moving, and Ellie's mind raced. A missing friend, a magic glove, a world of wonders. What had they stumbled into? As they dashed over the hill, the trees rustled again, louder this time. Something was out there, waiting. And it knew they were here. Episode 2, Sonic's SOS. The grass whipped past Ellie's legs as she ran, the ring glowing brighter with every step. Sonic was ahead, a blue blur weaving through the hills, his red sneakers kicking up dirt. Jake huffed beside her, his face red from the chase, while Sam trailed a little behind, clutching his sketchbook like a shield. The air smelled sweet, like flowers and candy mixed together, nothing like the rainy town they'd left behind. Ellie's heart pounded, not just from running, but from the thrill of it all. A talking hedgehog, a missing friend, a golden glove that granted wishes. It was like a storybook, only real, and she was in it. Sonic skidded to a stop near a big oak tree, its branches heavy with shiny leaves. He waved them over, his quills bouncing. Come on, kids, he called, catch your breath here. Ellie plopped onto the grass, her raincoat crinkling, and Sam sank down next to her, his eyes wide as saucers. Jake stayed standing, arms crossed, glaring at Sonic. Okay, hedgehog, he said, spill it. What's this about Amy and some glove? We're not running around forever without answers. Sonic leaned against the tree, his grin gone. Fair enough, he said. Let me break it down. He kicked at a pebble, sending it rolling down the hill. Amy Rose is my friend, he started, been with me through thick and thin. She's got this hammer, huge and pink, swings it like a champ. Couple days ago, she was checking on the golden glove. It's this old thing, super shiny, been around longer than me. Legend says it grants one wish, any wish, to whoever puts it on. My pal Knuckles guards it, up on his floating island. Ellie tilted her head. Floating island? She asked. Sonic nodded. Yeah, weird, right? Anyway, Amy went to see it, make sure it was safe. She does that sometimes, keeps us all in line. But she didn't come back. Next thing I know, Knuckles zips down, says the glove's gone, and Amy with it. Sam hugged his knees, his voice tiny. Did someone take her? He asked. Sonic's ears twitched. Maybe, he said. Or maybe she chased after whoever nabbed the glove. She's stubborn like that. Ellie held up the ring, its green light dancing on her fingers. And this? She said. You think it's connected? Sonic squinted at it, scratching his chin. Could be, he said. I've never seen a ring like that, and I've seen a lot. It brought you here, right? That's no small trick. Might be tied to the glove's power, or something older. Ellie's stomach fluttered. Older how? She pressed. Sonic shrugged. This world's full of secrets, he said. Ruins, riddles, stuff even I don't get. Point is, Amy's out there, and I've got a bad feeling. Jake snorted. Great, he muttered, so we're stuck in a mystery with no map. Sonic perked up. Not exactly, he said. I've got friends who might know something. Tails is a whiz with gadgets, and Knuckles knows the glove's history. We start with them. Ellie smiled. Friends sound good, she said. Sam nodded, peeking from behind his sketchbook. I like friends, he whispered. Jake rolled his eyes but didn't argue. Fine, he said, but if this goes sideways, I'm blaming you, Hedgehog. Sonic chuckled. Deal, he said. Stick with me, and we'll figure this out. A rustle came from the bushes, soft at first, then sharper. Ellie froze, the ring warm in her hand. Sonic's head snapped toward the sound, his body tense. Stay put, he said, low and quick. He crept forward, quills bristling, and parted the leaves. Nothing. Just wind, he said, but his eyes stayed narrow. Ellie swallowed. That didn't feel like wind, she thought. Sam scooted closer to her, his pencil trembling. I saw something, he whispered. Eyes, maybe. Jake frowned. You're imagining things, he said, but he stepped in front of them anyway, protective despite his grumbling. Sonic turned back, his voice firm. We're moving, he said. Whatever's out there, it's not friendly. Tails isn't far, up in the treetops. He'll have answers, or at least a snack. Ellie giggled, picturing a treehouse with cookies. Sonic winked at her. That's the spirit, he said. Let's roll. He took off again, slower this time so they could keep up, leading them toward a forest where the trees stretched high, their tops lost in a haze of green. Ellie glanced back, the bushes still and silent now, but that watched feeling wouldn't shake. The ring pulsed, steady and strong, like it was trying to tell her something. They reached the forest edge, the air thick with the hum of bugs and the scent of pine. Sonic pointed up. See those platforms? He said. Tails built, Hop on, and we're there. Ellie looked at the wooden slabs floating in midair, ropes dangling like vines. How? She asked. Sonic grinned. Jump, he said. Trust me. Jake groaned. This better not kill us, he muttered, but he grabbed a rope and climbed. Sam went next, shaky but determined, and Ellie followed, the ring glowing brighter as she rose. The platform wobbled, then steadied, lifting them into the canopy. Above, a village of tree houses unfolded, bridges swaying between them, lanterns flickering like stars. A little fox with two tails waved from a porch, his goggles glinting. Hey, Sonic! He called. Who are your pals? Sonic landed beside him, dusting off his sneakers. Tails, meet Ellie, Jake, and Sam, he said. They're here to help. Tails blinked. Help with what? He asked. Sonic's face fell. Amy's gone, he said, and the glove too. Tails gasped, his tails drooping. Oh no, he said. That's bad. Before Tails could say more, a scream pierced the air, faint but sharp, echoing from the hills below. Ellie's breath caught. Sonic spun toward the sound, his fists clenched. That's her, he said. That's Amy. Ellie tightened her grip on the ring, her heart racing. They had to find her, fast. But those eyes in the bushes, that rustle, it was still out there, waiting. Episode 3, Tails and the Treetops. The scream faded into the wind, leaving a shiver down Ellie's spine. She stood on the wobbly platform, the ring glowing in her fist, its light bouncing off the treehouse village around them. Lanterns swayed from ropes, casting golden flickers over wooden bridges and leafy roofs. Tails, the two-tailed fox, stared at Sonic, his goggles slipping down his nose. Amy? He said, his voice squeaky with worry. You're sure that was her? Sonic nodded, his quills stiff. I'd know her voice anywhere, he said. She's in trouble, Tails. We've gotta move. Ellie glanced at Jake, who gripped the platform's edge, his knuckles white, and Sam, who peeked over his sketchbook, eyes huge. That scream, it wasn't just loud, it was scared. She felt it too, a tug in her chest, like the ring was pulling her toward something big. Tails spun on his heel, his tail whirring like a tiny helicopter. Follow me, he said, darting across a bridge. My workshop's this way. Got maps, gadgets, maybe a clue. Sonic bolted after him, waving the kids along. Come on, he called, stick close. Ellie ran, her sneakers thumping on the creaky planks, Jake and Sam right behind. The village buzzed with life, little birds with goggles chirped from nests, and a squirrel in a hat waved a wrench as they passed. Ellie grinned despite the worry. This place was wild, like a playground in the sky. The air smelled of wood and oil, and the trees rustled, whispering secrets she couldn't catch. They reached a big treehouse, its door round and painted blue. Tails pushed it open, revealing a mess of wonders inside. Tables overflowed with gears, wires, and blinking lights. A propeller spun lazily on the ceiling, and a map of green hills and twisty rivers hung on the wall, pinned with red tacks. Tails grabbed a stool and climbed up, rifling through a shelf. Amy was headed to Knuckles Island, right? He said, tossing a screwdriver over his shoulder. Sonic caught it, nodding. Yeah, he said, last I heard. She wanted to check the glove, make sure it was locked tight. Tails pulled down a rolled-up parchment, yellowed and crinkly. Then we start there, he said. This map's old, but it's got the island marked. Ellie stepped closer, the ring warm against her palm. What's so special about this glove? She asked. Tails unrolled the map, smoothing it flat. It's ancient, he said, voice dropping low. Made by folks who knew magic, real magic. One wish, no limits. But it's tricky. Wish wrong, and things get messy. Sam peeked out, his pencil tapping his chin. Messy how? He whispered. Tails shrugged. Stories say it split a whole city once, he said. Poof, half gone, half floating. Knuckles keeps it safe so no one tries anything dumb. Jake snorted. Sounds like someone did, he said. Sonic frowned. Yeah, he muttered, and Amy's paying for it. A loud squawk cut through the room, sharp and sudden. Ellie jumped, spinning toward the window. Birds, dozens of them, flapped past, their feathers glinting like metal. Tails rushed over, peering out. Whoa, he said, those aren't mine. Sonic joined him, his eyes narrowing. They're not birds, he said. Look closer. Ellie squinted. The birds had gears for wings, tiny lights blinking where eyes should be. Robots, she breathed. Sam hugged his sketchbook tighter. I don't like them, he said. Jake crossed his arms. What's with the spy toys? He asked. Sonic's fists clenched. Someone's watching us, he said. Maybe the same someone who took Amy. Tails darted to a table, grabbing a gadget that looked like a flashlight with buttons. Hold on, he said, flicking it on. A beam shot out, buzzing, and the robot birds scattered, squawking louder. Gotcha, Tails grinned. Keeps them away for now. Ellie watched the last one vanish into the trees, her stomach twisting. Whoever sent those, they knew the kids were here. The ring pulsed, steady and strong, and she wondered if it was a target too. Sonic turned back to the map, pointing at a spot circled in red. Knuckles Island, he said. We need to get there, see what's left. Tails nodded. I'll fly us, he said. My plane's ready. Ellie perked up. Plane? She said. Tails winked. Best in the sky, he said. The tornado. Sam's face lit up. Like a superhero plane? He asked. Tails laughed. Exactly, he said. Sonic clapped his hands. Then let's roll, he said. Amy's counting on us. They followed Tails out to a platform where a red biplane sat, its wings shiny and wide. Tails hopped in, flipping switches, while Sonic helped the kids climb aboard. Ellie settled next to Sam, the ring glowing brighter as the engine roared. Jake buckled in, muttering. If we crash, I'm haunting you, Hedgehog, he said. Sonic smirked. Fair, he said. The tornado lifted off, wobbling at first, then soaring smooth over the treetops. Below, the village shrank, bridges and lanterns fading into green. Ellie leaned out, wind whipping her hair, and saw hills stretching forever, golden loops glinting in the sun. It was beautiful, but that scream still echoed in her head. Tails shouted over the noise. Islands ahead, he said. Keep your eyes peeled. Sonic scanned the horizon, tense. She's out there, he said, I know it. Ellie nodded, clutching the ring. We'll find her, she said, soft but sure. A shadow flickered below, fast and dark, darting through the trees. Ellie's breath caught. Did you see that? she said. Sam nodded, pointing. There, he whispered. Jake leaned over. Probably nothing, he said, but his voice wavered. Sonic's ears flicked. Keep watching, he said. We're not alone up here. The plane hummed on, the island's jagged shape rising in the distance, but that shadow stayed close, trailing them like a ghost. Ellie tightened her grip. Whatever it wasn't giving up. And neither would they. Episode 4, The Whispering Cave. The tornado's engine hummed as it dipped lower, the island's rocky edges coming into view. Ellie pressed her nose to the plane's window, the ring glowing soft and steady in her lap. Jagged cliffs rose from a sea of mist, their tops crowned with twisty trees that looked like they'd been frozen mid-dance. Floating platforms bobbed in the air, tied to the ground with vines, and a big stone arch loomed ahead, cracked but standing tall. Tails pointed, his voice crackling over the wind. That's Knuckles' place, he said. The glove was under that arch. Sonic leaned forward, his quills bristling. He muttered. Let's see what's left. Ellie glanced at Sam, who clutched his sketchbook, and Jake, who gripped the seat like he might bolt. That shadow from the trees still nagged at her, but the island felt quiet, too quiet. Tails landed the plane on a grassy patch, its wheels bouncing once before settling. The kids climbed out, sneakers sinking into soft earth, and Sonic hopped down beside them, scanning the cliffs. Knuckles should be here, he said, frowning. He's not one to wander off. Tails adjusted his goggles. Maybe he's looking for Amy, he said. Or the glove. Ellie stepped forward, the ring warm against her palm. Where do we start? She asked. Sonic pointed at the arch. There, he said. That's where the glove sat, on a pedestal older than dirt. Let's check it out. They trudged toward the arch, the air thick with mist that clung to Ellie's raincoat. Up close, the stone was covered in carvings, swirls and stars and funny little shapes she couldn't name. The pedestal stood empty, its top chipped and bare. Sonic kicked at the base, his sneaker scuffing the rock. Gone, he said, just like Knuckles said. Ellie ran her fingers over the carvings, the ring pulsing faster. These look like the ring, she said, tracing a windy swirl. Sonic squinted. Ha, he said, you're right. Maybe they're cousins or something. Jake rolled his eyes. Great, he said, more magic junk. Sam knelt by the pedestal, his pencil hovering. There's a hole, he whispered, pointing at a small gap in the stone. Ellie crouched beside him, peering in. The hole was dark, but a faint shimmer winked back, like water catching light. Something's down there, she said. Tails pulled out his gadget, the one that scared off the robot birds, and aimed it at the gap. Hold on, he said, let's see. A beam shot out, buzzing, and the shimmer grew, spilling green light across the ground. Sonic jumped back. Whoa, he said, that's not normal. The light twisted, forming a path that snaked past the arch and into a cave mouth hidden by vines. Ellie's heart skipped. A clue, she said. Sonic grinned. Good eyes, Sam, he said. Let's move. They pushed through the vines, the cave swallowing them whole. Inside, the air was cool and damp, walls sparkling with crystals that threw rainbows everywhere. Ellie's sneakers echoed on the stone floor, and the ring's glow lit their way, bright as a lantern. Sam stuck close, his sketchbook open now, scribbling the crystals fast. Pretty, he said, voice soft. Jake huffed. Pretty creepy, he muttered, but he kept walking. Sonic led, his steps quick. Keep up, he said. If Amy came this way, we'll find something. Ellie nodded, her eyes darting to every shadow. That scream still rang in her ears, and the cave felt alive, watching. The path dipped lower, twisting into a big chamber where the crystals grew huge, like trees made of glass. In the center sat a pool, its water glowing green, same as the ring. Ellie stepped closer, the light dancing on her face. It's beautiful, she said. Sam tilted his head, listening. It's talking, he said. Ellie blinked. Talking? She asked. Sam nodded, serious. Whispers, he said, like secrets. She leaned over the pool, and sure enough, faint voices hummed, too soft to catch. Tails aimed his gadget again, frowning. No readings, he said. That's weird. Sonic crouched by the water. Amy? He called, soft and hopeful. Nothing answered. A rumble shook the cave, low at first, then loud. Ellie stumbled, grabbing Sam's arm. What's that? She said. Sonic spun. Trouble, he said. Run. Before they could move, rocks crashed down, blocking the way they'd come. Dust choked the air, and Jake coughed, waving it away. Perfect, he snapped, we're trapped. Sonic kicked a fallen stone. Not yet, he said. Look for another way. Ellie scanned the chamber, the ring pulsing wild now. There, she said, pointing at a crack in the wall where light peeked through. It's small, but maybe we can squeeze. Jake took charge, brave when it counted. I'll go first, he said, shoving at the crack. It widened, just enough, and he wriggled through, grunting. Clear, he called. Come on. Sam went next, his sketchbook scraping the stone, then Ellie, the ring's glow guiding her. Tails followed, his tail spinning, and Sonic zipped through last, fast as a blink. They tumbled into a tunnel, narrower but open, the rumble fading behind them. Ellie dusted off her raincoat, panting. That was close, she said. Sonic nodded. Too close, he said. Something wanted us stuck. The tunnel stretched on, crystals dimmer here, but a new glow flickered ahead, warm and gold. Ellie's breath caught. Look, she said, pointing. Sonic squinted. That's no crystal, he said. It's the glove. They crept closer, the light growing, and there it was, a golden glove, small and perfect, hovering over a stone slab. Ellie reached out, but Sonic grabbed her hand. Wait, he said, it's too easy. Before she could ask why, the glow vanished, the glove gone like smoke. A trick, Tails said, voice shaky. Sonic clenched his fists. Someone's playing games, he said. And they've got Amy. Ellie tightened her grip on the ring, its pulse steady again. We're getting closer, she said. I can feel it. Sonic met her eyes, his nod firm. Yeah, he said, we are. Let's keep moving. The tunnel curved ahead, dark and quiet, but that watched feeling was back, stronger now. Whatever took the glove, it wasn't far. And it knew they were coming. Episode 5, Knuckles Challenge. The tunnel spat them out onto a ledge, the air crisp and sharp with the scent of pine. Ellie blinked against the sunlight, the ring glowing soft in her hand as she took in the view. Floating islands stretched across the sky, chunks of rock and grass drifting like clouds, tethered by ropes of vine. Waterfalls spilled from their edges, shimmering into mist below, and golden loops glinted in the distance, same as the hills they'd seen before. Sonic stepped up beside her, his quills catching the breeze. "Knuckles' turf," he said, voice tight. "He's around here somewhere." Ellie glanced back at the cave, that fake glove still nagging at her. "Whoever's messing with us," she thought, "they're good at it." Tails fiddled with his gadget, its lights blinking fast. "No signal on the glove," he said, "but something's moving out there." Sam pointed, his sketchbook flapping. "Over there," he said, shy but sure. Ellie followed his finger to a big island, its top flat and rocky, with a figure pacing near the edge. Red, spiky, fists like hammers. Sonic grinned. "That's him," he said. "Knuckles." He cupped his hands and shouted. "Hey, Knuckles, down here." The figure stopped, peering over, then leapt, gliding down with a thud that shook the ground. Up close, he was an echidna, red as a fire truck, with white gloves and a scowl that could melt ice. Knuckles crossed his arms, glaring at Sonic. "You're late," he said. "Amy's gone, the glove's gone, and you're bringing kids?" Sonic shrugged. "They're tougher than they look," he said. "Meet Ellie, Jake, and Sam. Got here with a ring, might be a lead." Knuckles' eyes flicked to the ring, narrowing. "That thing's trouble," he said. "Old magic, older than the glove." Ellie held it up, brave despite his grumble. "It brought us here," she said. "We want to help Amy." Knuckles huffed. "Help, huh?" he said. "Prove it. These islands are a maze, and I don't trust strangers. Race me across, show you've got guts, and maybe I'll talk." Jake stepped forward, chin up. "A race?" he said. "Easy." Sonic smirked. "Careful," he said, "Knuckles doesn't mess around." Knuckles cracked his knuckles, loud as popping corn. "Start at that bridge," he said, pointing to a rickety span between two islands. "Finish at the big loop over there. No tricks, no whining." Ellie swallowed. She wasn't fast like Sonic, but she nodded anyway. "Okay," she said, "we're in." Sam clutched his sketchbook, whispering. "I'll try," he said. Tails waved his gadget. "I'll watch from the air," he said. "Keep you honest." Knuckles snorted. "Good," he said. "Go." They bolted for the bridge, Ellie's sneakers slipping on the damp wood. Knuckles took off, gliding between platforms, his fists punching the air for speed. Sonic zipped ahead, a blue streak, shouting. "Keep up, kids!" he called. Jake gritted his teeth, leaping to the first island, while Ellie grabbed Sam's hand, pulling him along. The bridge swayed, ropes creaking, and she felt the ring pulse, like it was cheering. They hit the next platform, a flat rock with vines curling up its sides. Knuckles landed ahead, smirking back. "Too slow," he said. Ellie puffed, her legs burning. "We're not done," she muttered. The islands twisted and turned, some with spinning windmills, others with gaps she had to jump. Sam tripped, his sketchbook flying, but Ellie caught him, steadying him fast. "Thanks," he said, breathless. She smiled. "Together," she said. Jake yelled from ahead. "Hurry up," he said, dodging a rock that rolled off a cliff. Knuckles was a red dot now, bounding over a rope ladder to a higher island. Sonic stayed close, coaching. "Use the vines," he said, "swing across." Ellie grabbed one, slimy but strong, and swung, her stomach flipping as she landed hard. Sam followed, giggling despite the scare, and Jake hauled himself up a ledge, muttering about crazy hedgehogs. Halfway there, the big loop shone gold against the sky, a finish line in the clouds. Knuckles waited, arms crossed, but a rumble shook the ground, same as the cave. Ellie froze. "Not again," she said. Rocks tumbled from an island above, crashing toward them. Sonic spun, fast as a top, kicking stones away. "Move!" he shouted. Jake dove, pulling Sam under a ledge, while Ellie ducked a boulder, the ring's glow flaring bright. Knuckles leapt down, punching a rock to dust. "Keep going," he said, gruff but firm. Ellie nodded, scrambling up, her heart hammering. The last stretch was a sprint, platforms bouncing under their feet. Ellie's lungs burned, but she saw Knuckles slow, just a bit, watching them. She pushed harder, Sam and Jake beside her, and they hit the loop together, collapsing in a heap. Sonic zipped up, grinning. "Told you they're tough," he said. Knuckles dusted off his gloves, his scowl softer now. "Not bad," he said. "You've got heart." Ellie panted, smiling. "Did we win?" she asked. Knuckles shrugged. "Close enough," he said. "You're in." He pulled a map from his glove, worn and creased. "Found this after the glove vanished," he said. "Shows where Amy might have gone." Ellie leaned in, the ring pulsing as she traced its lines. It curved through hills, past a river, to a spot marked with a star. Sonic squinted. "That's near the old ruins," he said. Knuckles nodded. "Yeah," he said, "and it's torn. Other half's missing." Tails hovered overhead, shouting. "Could be a trail," he said. Ellie clutched the ring. "Amy's out there," she said, "we'll find it." Knuckles met her eyes, firm. "You'd better," he said. "She's counting on you." A shadow flickered below, fast and gone, same as before. Ellie's breath hitched. "It's back," she said. Sonic spun, tense. "Whatever's following us," he said, "it's close. Let's move before it catches up." The map crinkled in Knuckles' fist, a half-clue to a bigger puzzle, and Ellie felt the ring hum, ready for more. Episode 6, Luna's Riddle. The floating islands faded behind them as the tornado roared back into the sky, its red wings cutting through wisps of cloud. Ellie sat squeezed between Sam and Jake, the torn map crinkling in her lap, the ring glowing steady against her chest. Knuckles had stayed behind, muttering about guarding what was left, but his words stuck with her. "Find the other half," he'd said, gruff and serious. She traced the map's jagged edge, its lines curling toward a river she could see glinting below. Sonic perched near Tails, his quills ruffling in the wind. "That star," he said, pointing at the map, "it's deep in the forest. Old stuff there, weird stuff." Ellie nodded, her stomach fluttering. Weird was starting to feel normal. Tails banked the plane, dipping toward a sea of green trees, their tops swaying like waves. "Hold tight," he called, "landing's bumpy here." The tornado jolted, skidding onto a mossy clearing, and Ellie's teeth rattled as it stopped. She climbed out, sneakers sinking into soft earth, the air thick with pine and something sweet, like honey. Sam hopped down, sketching the plane already, while Jake stretched, grumbling. "More walking," he said, "perfect." Sonic leapt out, scanning the trees. "Keep your eyes open," he said. "That shadow's still out there." Ellie shivered, remembering its flicker. Whatever it was, it didn't like them much. They followed the map's path, pushing through bushes that tickled Ellie's arms. The river sparkled ahead, wide and lazy, its banks dotted with flowers that blinked like tiny eyes. Sam giggled, pointing. "They're watching," he said. Jake huffed. "Creepy plants," he muttered, kicking a pebble. Sonic led the way, his sneakers splashing as he hopped stones across the water. "Come on," he said, "this way." Ellie clutched the ring, stepping careful, the torn map flapping in her hand. The star was close, she could feel it, like a pull she couldn't explain. The forest thickened, trees twisting into arches that blocked the sun. A hoot echoed, low and slow, and Ellie froze. "What's that?" she asked. Sonic tilted his head. "Owl," he said, "maybe friendly." A shape swooped down, landing on a branch with a rustle of feathers. Big, gray, with eyes like moons, it stared at them, unblinking. Tails adjusted his goggles. "That's no regular owl," he said. "Too smart looking." The owl flapped its wings, voice smooth as silk. "I am Luna," it said. "Travelers, yes? Seeking what's lost." Ellie's mouth dropped. "You talk," she said. Luna's beak twitched, almost a smile. "I do," she said. "And I know things." Sonic stepped up, hopeful. "Amy Rose," he said, "pink quills, big hammer." "Seen her?" Luna tilted her head. "Perhaps," she said, "but knowledge comes with a price. A riddle, solve it, and I'll share." Jake groaned. "Riddles?" he said. "Seriously?" Ellie elbowed him. "Shoo," she said, "I like riddles." Luna's eyes gleamed. "Good," she said. "Listen close. I speak without a mouth, run without feet, and hide in the dark, yet light makes me fleet. What am I?" Ellie frowned, thinking hard. Sam whispered, scribbling. "No mouth, no feet," he said. Tails tapped his gadget. "Sounds tricky," he said. Sonic scratched his quills. "Come on, kids," he said, "you've got this." Ellie paced, the ring warm in her hand. "No mouth," she muttered, "runs fast, hides in dark." She glanced at the shadows under the trees, shifting as sunlight peeked through. "Light makes it flee." Her eyes lit up. "A shadow," she said. "It's a shadow." Luna flapped her wings, hooting soft. "Clever girl," she said. "You win." Sam clapped, quiet but happy, and Jake shrugged. "Not bad," he said. Sonic grinned. "Told you they're sharp," he said. Luna settled on her branch. "Now," she said, "your prize. The one you seek, pink and bold, passed this way, chasing gold." Ellie's heart jumped. "Amy," she said. "Where'd she go?" Luna pointed a wing toward the river's bend. "Beyond the water," she said, "where stones whisper and winds bend. But beware, a thief in the night follows close, sharp of claw, swift of flight." Sonic tensed. "Thief?" he said. "Like those robot birds?" Luna's eyes narrowed. "Older," she said, "hungrier. It seeks the glove, and now you." Ellie swallowed, that shadow flickering in her mind. Tails checked his map. "That's near the ruins," he said, "matches Knuckles' star." Sonic nodded. "Then we're on track," he said. "Thanks, Luna." Luna flapped up, hovering. One more gift, she said, dropping a feather that floated down, gray and soft. Keep it, it sees in the dark. Ellie caught it, tucking it in her pocket. Thank you, she said. Luna hooted once more, then vanished into the trees. Sam watched her go, sketching fast. She's nice, he said. Jake snorted. Weird, he said, but he didn't argue. Sonic clapped his hands. Let's move, he said. Amy's close, I can feel it. They trekked on, the river gurgling beside them, the stars spot just ahead. The trees parted, revealing a clearing where stones stood in a circle, old and mossy, whispering faint like the cave. Ellie stepped in, the ring pulsing wild. Amy was here, she said, I know it. Tails scanned with his gadget. No glove, he said, but something's off. Sonic knelt, brushing dirt. Footprints, he said, small, hers. They led out, toward the ruins. Ellie followed them, then stopped. More prints, bigger, with claws, crossed Amy's path. Her breath hitched. The thief, she said. Sonic's fists clenched. Yeah, he said, and it's fast. We've gotta hurry. A rustle snapped through the air, sharp and close. Ellie spun, the feather in her pocket tingling. Eyes glinted from the bushes, yellow and mean, then vanished. Sam grabbed her arm. It's here, he whispered. Sonic stepped in front, quills up. Stay behind me, he said. We're not alone. The footprints stretched on, a trail to follow, but those eyes stayed near, watching, waiting. Episode 7, River's Trip. The forest hummed around them, thick with the chirp of bugs and the rustle of leaves, but Ellie couldn't shake the chill from those yellow eyes. She clutched the ring, its glow steady, as they followed Amy's footprints along the riverbank. Sonic led, his sneakers silent on the moss, while Tails hovered close, gadget buzzing in his hands. Sam stuck to Ellie's side, his sketchbook open, pencil scratching quick lines of the claw prints they'd found. Jake trailed behind, kicking pebbles into the water, his grumble low. This thief better show up soon, he said, I'm tired of chasing shadows. Ellie glanced back, the bushes still, but Luna's warning echoed. A thief in the night, sharp of claw. It was out there, and it wasn't far. The footprints curved past a bend where the river widened, its water glinting gold in the fading sun. Ahead, vines draped over a wall of stone, cracked and old, like the ruins Tails had mentioned. Sonic slowed, sniffing the air. Smells like Amy, he said, hammer polish and grit. She's been here. Ellie knelt by the prints, the ring pulsing fast. They stop, she said, right at the vines. Tails aimed his gadget, its beam cutting through the green. Something's behind there, he said, faint signal, maybe metal. Sonic pushed the vines aside, revealing a gap big enough to squeeze through. Let's check it, he said, slipping in. Ellie followed, Sam and Jake close, the air turning cool and damp. Inside was a maze, vines twisting over stone paths that split and looped like a knot. Crystals winked from the walls, dimmer than the cave, and the floor was littered with leaves and twigs. Ellie's sneakers crunched as she walked, the ring's light bouncing off the tangle. Which way? She asked. Sonic scratched his quills. Good question, he said. Tails scanned again. Signals stronger left, he said, pointing. Could be the glove. They turned, the path narrowing, vines brushing their arms. Sam whispered, soft as a breeze. It's like a jungle, he said. Jake snorted. A jungle with claws, he said, keep moving. A skitter sounded ahead, quick and light, like claws on stone. Ellie froze, the feather in her pocket tingling. Sonic tensed. Hear that? He said. Out of the shadows stepped a raccoon, gray and scruffy, with a striped tail and a grin too wide. Well, he said, visitors. Didn't expect company in my maze. His voice was smooth, sneaky, and Ellie didn't like it. Sonic crossed his arms. Who are you? He asked. The raccoon bowed, dramatic. Name's River, he said, just a humble explorer. You folks lost? Tails squinted. Not lost, he said, looking for a friend. Pink quills, big hammer. Seen her? River's eyes flicked to the ring, then back. Pink, huh? He said. Might have glimpsed her, chasing something shiny. Gold, maybe? Ellie's heart jumped. The glove, she said. Where? River tapped his chin. Oh, around, he said, vague as mist. I could show you, but mazes are tricky. What's in it for me? Jake stepped up, fists clenched. How about not getting pounded? He said. River laughed, sharp and quick. Feisty, he said, I like it. Tell you what, give me that glowy ring, and I'll lead you straight to her trail. Ellie clutched it tighter. No way, she said, it's ours. Sonic nodded. Deal's off, he said. We'll find it ourselves. River shrugged, casual. Suit yourself, he said, but good luck. He darted off, tail flicking, and vanished into the vines. Tails frowned. That was weird, he said. Sonic started forward. Yeah, he said, too weird. Let's keep going. They pushed on, the maze twisting tighter, but Ellie felt a tug, like the ring was pulling. This way, she said, turning right. The path opened to a clearing, stone walls circling a patch of dirt. In the center, a hammer lay, pink and huge, scratched but solid. Sonic gasped. Amy's, he said, rushing over. She was here. Ellie smiled, but a rustle snapped her head up. River leapt from the vines, snatching the torn map from her hand. Thanks for the guide, he said, winking. See ya. He bolted, dodging Sonic's grab, and scampered up a wall, gone in a flash. Ellie's stomach sank. The map, she said. Jake kicked the dirt. That little sneak, he said, I'll wring his tail. Sonic clenched his fists. He's fast, he said, but we've got Amy's hammer. She's close. Tails scanned the hammer. No glove signal, he said, but there's a dent, fresh. She fought something. Sam knelt, pointing at the ground. Look, he said, more prints. Amy's boots, scuffed and deep, led out the clearing, tangled with claw marks bigger than before. Ellie's breath hitched. The thief, she said. Sonic nodded, grim. Yeah, he said, and River's in on it. He's got the map, knows where she's headed. Ellie picked up the hammer, heavy but warm. We'll get it back, she said, and find her. Sam nodded, brave now. She needs us, he said. Jake cracked his knuckles. Fine, he said, let's hunt a raccoon. They followed the prints, vines slapping their faces, the maze a snarl of green. The ring glowed brighter, like it knew the way, and Ellie's heart pounded. Amy's hammer, River's trick, those claws, it was all coming together, fast. A twig snapped behind them, sharp and close. Sonic spun. "He's back," he said, "or something worse." Ellie turned, the feather tingling again, and saw it, a glint of yellow eyes, low in the vines, then gone. River dropped from above, landing soft, a scrap of paper in his paw. "Oops," he said, "dropped this." It fluttered down, a clue scrawled in ink, "She's under the stars." He vanished again, laughing, leaving them staring. Ellie grabbed the scrap, her voice firm. "Stars," she said, "that's next." Sonic met her eyes. "Right," he said, "we're closing in." But those eyes, that laugh, they weren't alone anymore. Episode 8, Stars and Shadows. The maze spat them out as the sun dipped low, painting the sky with streaks of orange and pink. Ellie clutched Amy's hammer, its weight tugging at her arms, while the ring glowed soft against her chest. The forest stretched wide ahead, trees thinning into a clearing where the river sparkled under a blanket of stars. Sonic led, his quills catching the last light, Amy's hammer slung over his shoulder now to lighten Ellie's load. Tails hovered close, Gadget humming, while Sam traced the claw prints in his sketchbook, quiet but focused. Jake kicked a rock, his grumble sharp. "That river punk," he said, "thinks he's clever with his scraps." Ellie held up the note, its words clear, "She's under the stars." It had to mean something. The clearing opened to a camp, rough and small, with a fire pit cold and black. Logs circled it, and a scarf, pink and frayed, dangled from a branch. Sonic froze, his voice soft. "Amy's," he said, snatching it up. She was here. Ellie stepped closer, the ring pulsing fast. The ground was scuffed, boot prints mixing with claw marks, deeper than before. Tails scanned the dirt. "Fight happened," he said, "dents and scratches." "She didn't go easy." Sam knelt, pointing. "Look," he said, "a trail." It snaked past the camp, toward a hill dotted with glowing flowers, their petals winking like tiny stars. Ellie's heart jumped. "Under the stars," she said, "maybe that's it." Sonic nodded, wrapping the scarf around his wrist. "Let's move," he said, "she's close, I can feel it." They followed the trail, the hill rising gentle under their feet. The flowers blinked, lighting their way, and the air turned cool, stars popping bright above. Ellie's sneakers sank into soft grass, the hammer's weight forgotten in her grip. Sam whispered, "Ah, pretty," he said, "like a dream." Jake huffed. "Dreams don't have claws," he said, but he kept pace. Tails flew ahead, Gadget beeping. "Signals faint," he called, "could be the glove." Ellie tightened her hold on the ring. "Amy," she thought, "hang on." The hill crested, revealing a hollow where the flowers grew thick, a carpet of light under the sky. In the center, a stone slab sat, cracked and old, with a golden shimmer flickering above it. Sonic squinted. "Another trick?" he said. Ellie stepped forward, the ring glowing wild. "It's real this time," she said, "I know it." The shimmer sharpened into the glove, small and perfect, hovering just out of reach. Tails gasped. "That's it," he said, "the signal's strong." Sonic reached out, but a screech split the air, loud and mean, and the glove vanished again. Ellie spun, heart pounding. "What now?" she said. A shadow loomed from the trees, big and fast, with wings that sliced the night. It landed hard, claws digging into the dirt, a hawk with feathers black as coal and eyes yellow as fire. Scars crisscrossed its beak, and it hissed, voice rough. Too late, it said, she's mine, and the glove's next. Sonic dropped the hammer, fists up. Where's Amy? He shouted. The hawk laughed, sharp and cold. Safe, it said, for now. You're the pests I've been chasing. Ellie clutched the ring, stepping back. You sent the birds, she said, and the rocks. The hawk's eyes narrowed. Smart kid, it said, name's Shadowclaw. That glove's my wish, and you're in my way. Jake grabbed a stick, brave but shaky. Back off, he said, we're not scared. Shadowclaw flapped, wind gusting hard. You should be, it said, lunging fast. Sonic zipped in front, spinning into a ball, and slammed the hawk's chest. It staggered, screeching, but swiped back, claws grazing Sonic's arm. He winced, landing hard. Tails flew up, gadget buzzing, and shot a beam that sparked against Shadowclaw's wing. The hawk roared, flapping higher. Pesky fox, it said, you'll pay too. Ellie swung Amy's hammer, small but fierce, and clipped its talon. Shadowclaw hissed, glaring. Bold, it said, but foolish. Sam threw a rock, tiny but true, hitting the hawk's beak. Leave us alone. He yelled, voice big for once. Shadowclaw snarled, diving again, but Sonic rolled, grabbing its leg, and yanked it down. They tumbled, a blur of blue and black, until the hawk broke free, soaring up. Enough, it said, I'll finish this later. It swooped off, vanishing into the stars, leaving the hollow quiet but tense. Ellie panted, hammer heavy now. He's gone, she said, but not far. Sonic rubbed his arm, grim. Yeah, he said, and he's got Amy. Tails landed, checking his gadget. Glove signal's gone again, he said, but it was here. Jake dropped his stick, fuming. So we fought for nothing? He said. Ellie shook her head, holding up the scarf. Not nothing, she said, we've got this, and he's scared. Sonic tied the scarf tighter, eyes fierce. Scared or not, he said, I know that claw. Shadowclaw's old trouble, meaner than most. He's after the wish, and Amy's bait. Sam hugged his sketchbook, whispering. She's okay, right? He said. Sonic nodded, firm. She's tough, he said, tougher than him. We'll get her back. Ellie looked at the slab, the flowers still glowing soft. The ring pulsed, warm and sure. He'll come for us, she said, but we're ready. Sonic met her gaze, a spark in his green eyes. Darn right, he said, let's find that trail. The claw prints stretched past the hollow, deeper into the night, and they followed, stars watching overhead. Shadowclaw was out there, waiting, but so was Amy, and Ellie wouldn't stop now. Episode 9, The Ancient Door. The stars hung heavy overhead as Ellie trudged after Sonic, the ring's glow cutting through the dark. Amy's scarf dangled from his wrist, pink and tattered, a quiet promise they'd find her. The hawk's claw prints sank deep into the dirt, leading them past the hollow and into a valley where trees bent low, their branches brushing the ground. Tails flew ahead, his gadget's light bouncing off rocks and roots, while Sam clutched his sketchbook, sketching the prints fast. Jake kicked a stone, his grumble low. That Shadowclaw creep, he said, next time I'm breaking his beak. Ellie tightened her grip on the ring, its pulse steady. She hoped there'd be a next time, and soon. The valley dipped, the air turning cool and thick with mist. The claw prints veered toward a cliff, its face jagged and gray, with vines curling down like a curtain. Sonic slowed, sniffing. "Smells old," he said, "like dust and secrets." Ellie pushed the vines aside, revealing a door, tall and stone, carved with swirls and stars that matched the ring. Her heart skipped. "Look," she said, "it's the same." Tails landed, scanning it. "No tech here," he said, "just power, big power." Sam stepped closer, his eyes wide. "It's pretty," he said, "but spooky." Jake huffed. "Spooky's right," he said, "what's it hiding?" Sonic ran a hand over the carvings. "Knuckles talked about this," he said, "old ruins tied to the glove. Maybe Amy found it." Ellie traced a swirl, the ring flaring bright. "There's a slot," she said, pointing to a small hole at the center. She held the ring up, its size perfect, and hesitated. "Should I?" she asked. Sonic nodded. "Go for it," he said, "might be our key." She slid the ring in, slow and careful, and the door rumbled, dust puffing out. The slot glowed green, then faded, and nothing happened. Jake groaned. "Great," he said, "busted." But Sam tilted his head, listening. "Wait," he said, "it's humming." A click echoed, soft but sharp, and the door creaked open, revealing a chamber lit by crystals, their light bouncing off walls smooth as glass. Ellie stepped in, the ring slipping back into her hand, warm and alive. The air buzzed, like it was holding its breath, and carvings stretched floor to ceiling, hands holding gloves, stars raining down, a city split in two. Tails whistled. "This is old," he said, "really old." Sonic knelt by a carving, his voice low. "Look," he said, "the glove's here, glowing gold." Ellie joined him, the ring pulsing fast. "It's a story," she said, "about a wish." Sam pointed at a corner, his pencil trembling. "There," he said, "a hawk." The carving showed a bird, claws out, snatching the glove from a pedestal. "Shadow Claw?" he asked. Sonic frowned. "Maybe," he said, "or something like him. These are ancient, though." Tails scanned the wall. "Energy's off the charts," he said, "tied to the ring and glove." Ellie ran her fingers over the city split apart, her stomach twisting. "Luna said the glove's wish could mess things up," she said. Sonic nodded. "Yeah," he said, "and Shadow Claw wants it bad. We've gotta beat him to it." A scrape sounded, faint but close, from deeper in the chamber. Ellie spun, the feather in her pocket tingling. "What's that?" she said. Sonic tensed, quills up. "Stay sharp," he said, "could be him." They crept forward, the crystals dimming as the room stretched into a tunnel. The scrape grew, joined by a clink, like metal on stone. Tails aimed his gadget, its beam shaky. "Something's moving," he said, "big." Jake grabbed a loose rock, brave despite his scowl. "Let it come," he said. Sam stuck close, whispering. "I don't like this," he said. The tunnel opened to a ledge, overlooking a pit where shadows danced. At the bottom, a shape glinted, pink and still, curled by a wall. Sonic gasped. "Amy!" he said, voice breaking. Ellie peered down, her heart racing. It was her, quills bright even in the dark, but she wasn't moving. Before they could call out, a screech cut through, and Shadow Claw swooped up, claws gleaming. "Too slow," he said, "she's mine, and the glove's next." Sonic leapt, spinning fast, but the hawk dodged, laughing cold. "Nice try," he said, "but I've got the key." He held up the torn map, River's half, and waved it smug. That raccoon's useful, he said, led me right here. Ellie's fists clenched. River, she said, he's with you? Shadowclaw grinned. For now, he said, till I don't need him. He flapped higher, circling. Give up, he said, or she stays down there. Sonic landed, panting. Never, he said, we're getting her out. The hawk hissed, diving fast, and Tails shot his beam, sparking a wing. Shadowclaw veered, screeching, and soared off, the map flapping in his talons. Later, pests, he said, fading into the dark. Ellie rushed to the ledge, the ring glowing wild. Amy, she called, we're here. No answer, just stillness. Sonic gripped the edge, desperate. She's alive, he said, I know it. We need a way down. Tails scanned the pit. Vines, he said, strong ones. We can climb. Jake nodded, rock still in hand. Let's move, he said, before he's back. Sam pointed across the pit, his voice tiny. Look, he said, a door. Another stone slab, smaller, glowed faintly on the far wall, humming like the first. Ellie's breath caught. The ring pulsed, loud in her ears. It's not over, she said, there's more. Sonic met her eyes, fierce. Then we keep going, he said, for Amy. The pit loomed, dark and deep, but the vines hung ready. Shadowclaw was gone, but his laugh lingered, and that door whispered secrets they had to hear. Episode 10, Echoes of the Past. The vines dangled thick and rough over the pit, their green ropes swaying in the dim light of the chamber. Ellie gripped one, the ring glowing bright against her chest, its pulse a steady beat in her ears. Amy lay below, pink quills still against the stone floor, and the sight twisted Ellie's heart. Sonic tested a vine, his sneakers scuffing the ledge. It'll hold, he said, voice tight but sure. We're getting her out. Tails hovered beside him, gadget buzzing. I'll scout, he said, make sure Shadowclaw's gone. Jake wrapped a vine around his arm, grumbling low. If he's not, he said, I've got a rock with his name on it. Sam clutched his sketchbook, peering down. She's okay, right? He whispered. Ellie nodded, firm despite the worry. She has to be, she said. Sonic went first, sliding fast, a blue streak against the dark. He hit the pit floor with a soft thud, kneeling by Amy. She's breathing, he called, relief flooding his words. Ellie followed, her hands slipping on the vine, but she held tight, landing beside him. Up close, Amy looked smaller, her hammer missing, her face smudged with dirt. Sonic brushed her quills, soft. Hang on, pal, he said, we've got you. Jake dropped down, steadying himself, while Tails circled above, shouting. Clear so far, he said, but that door's humming louder. Sam slid last, shaky but brave, and knelt by Amy, sketching her fast. She's tough, he said, like you said. Ellie glanced at the glowing door across the pit, its stone frame etched with the same swirls as the ring. It hummed, low and deep, pulling at her. We need to check that, she said, but first Amy. Sonic lifted her, gentle but quick. Tails, he said, vine. Tails swooped, tossing a rope down, and they tied it around Amy, pulling her up slow. Her eyes fluttered, a groan escaping, and Sonic grinned. That's it, he said, come back to us. She mumbled, voice weak. Sonic? She said. Glove, gone. Ellie's stomach sank. Shadow Claw, she thought, he's ahead again. They hauled Amy to the ledge, laying her against the wall. Her eyes opened, green and dazed, and she blinked at the kids. "Who are you?" she asked, raspy but curious. Ellie smiled, kneeling close. "I'm Ellie," she said, "this is Jake and Sam. We're here to help." Amy coughed, sitting up slow. "Thanks," she said, "you're brave, huh?" Sonic handed her the scarf, pink and worn. "Found this," he said, "and your hammer's safe." She took it, clutching it tight. "Shadow Claw," she said, "he jumped me, took the glove. That raccoon led him right to it." Jake scowled. "River," he said, "little sneak." Amy nodded, wincing. "Yeah," she said, "they're a team. Wanted the wish, locked me down here." Ellie held up the ring, its glow steady. "This got us in," she said, "and there's more." She pointed at the humming door. Amy squinted, frowning. "That's old," she said, "older than Knuckles' stories." Sonic stood, helping her up. "Then let's see," he said, "might tell us how to stop him." Amy leaned on him, shaky but firm. "Let on," she said, "I'm not done yet." They crossed the pit again, vines creaking under their weight, and gathered by the door. Its carvings glowed faint, hands and gloves and stars, same as before. Ellie slid the ring into a slot, just like the first door, and it rumbled open, spilling green light across them. Inside, a hall stretched long, walls alive with pictures that shimmered, moving slow. Tails gasped. "It's alive," he said, "like a movie." Sam stepped in, sketching fast. "Look," he said, "people." The carvings showed figures, tall and robed, crafting a glove that shone gold, then a ring, green and bright. Ellie's breath caught. "That's us," she said, "ring and glove." The pictures shifted, the figures lifting the glove high, a star bursting above. A voice echoed, soft and deep, from the walls. "One wish," it said, "to shape or break." The glove glowed, and the city below it split, half rising into the sky, half crumbling to dust. Sam hugged his sketchbook. "Messy," he said, like Tails said. Amy frowned. "That's why Knuckles guards it," she said, "too much power." The carvings moved again, a hawk swooping in, claws snatching the glove, and the ring flaring, sending figures away. Ellie touched the ring, its pulse wild. "It sent them," she said, "like it sent us here." Sonic squinted at the hawk. "Shadowclaw's kin," he said, "been after it forever." Tails scanned the wall. "Energy's spiking," he said, "tied to both." The voice hummed again. "Balance," it said, "ring to find, glove to bind." Ellie's heart raced. "It's talking to us," she said, "it wants us to fix this." Jake crossed his arms. "Fix what?" he said, "it's his mess now." Amy gripped her scarf, fierce. "No," she said, "ours. He's got the glove, but we've got the ring." Sonic nodded. "And each other," he said, "that's more." A screech cut through, faint but sharp, from outside the hall. Ellie spun, the feather tingling hot. "He's back," she said. Sonic tensed. "Or River," he said, "they're close." Tails checked his gadget. "Signal's moving," he said, "fast, toward us." Amy stood straighter, eyes hard. "Let them come," she said, "IOM1. Ellie clutched the ring, the voice fading but its words clear. "Balance," she thought, "we're the balance." The hall dimmed, the carvings still, but a whisper lingered, soft as a breeze. "You're not alone," it said, and Ellie wondered who else was listening. Episode 11, River's Return. The hall's whispers faded as Ellie stepped back into the pit chamber, the ring glowing warm in her hand. Amy leaned on Sonic, her quills messy but her eyes sharp, ready to fight despite the bruises. Tails hovered near the vines, Gadget buzzing, while Sam sketched the moving carvings, his pencil flying. Jake paced, fists clenched, muttering low. "That hawk's toast," he said, "and his raccoon buddy too." Ellie glanced at the open door, its light dim now, but the words stuck with her. "Balance," she thought, "ring to find, glove to bind." Shadowclaw had the glove, but they had Amy back, and that felt like a win. A rustle snapped through the air, quick and sneaky, from the tunnel above. Sonic tensed, quills up. "Company," he said, "stay sharp." Amy gripped her scarf, voice steady. "If it's him," she said, "I've got a hammer with his name on it." Ellie clutched the ring, the feather in her pocket tingling again. Footsteps pattered, light and fast, and a gray shape dropped from the ledge, landing with a grin. River, tail flicking, paws dusting off like he'd just strolled in. "Hey, folks," he said, "miss me?" Jake lunged, but Sonic grabbed his arm. "Easy," he said, "let's hear him out." River raised his paws, smirking. "Whoa," he said, "no need for that. I'm here to help, honest." Ellie narrowed her eyes. "Help?" she said, "You stole our map, gave it to Shadowclaw." River shrugged, casual as a breeze. "Business," he said, "Hawk's got claws, I've got bills." "But he's a jerk, double-crossed me, kept the glove for himself." Tails squinted, Gadget aimed. "Why should we trust you?" he asked. River pulled a crumpled paper from his vest, the map's other half, torn and smudged. "This," he said, "shows where he's headed. A tower, old and spiky, full of traps. Amy's there, or was." Amy stepped forward, fierce. "Was?" she said, "where is she now?" River scratched his ear. "Locked up," he said, "top of the tower. Hawk's got plans, big wish stuff. I bailed when he stopped paying." Sonic crossed his arms. "Convenient," he said, "why switch sides?" River's grin faded, just a bit. "He's mean," he said, "meaner than me. I like a fair game, and he's cheating." Ellie clutched the ring, unsure. "He's tricky," she said, "could be a trap." River nodded. "Could be," he said, "but I know the tower, shortcuts and all. Take it or leave it." Sam peeked from his sketchbook, voice small. "Is Amy okay?" he asked. River met his eyes, softer now. "She's a fighter," he said, "banged up but kicking. Locked in a cage, last I saw." Amy cracked her knuckles, loud. "Cage won't hold me," she said, "not twice." Sonic glanced at Ellie, a question in his green eyes. "What do you think?" he said. She weighed the map, the ring pulsing steady. "We need her," she said, "and he knows stuff. But watch him." Jake snorted. "Watch him?" he said, "I'll tie him up." River chuckled. "Try it, kid," he said, "I'm slippery." Sonic took the map, smoothing it out. "Tower's not far," he said, "matches the ruins trail. Let's move, but River, you're in front." River bowed, dramatic. "Lead the way," he said, happy to oblige. They climbed the vines, Amy slower but stubborn, refusing help. The tunnel stretched back to the valley, stars still bright above, and River darted ahead, tail flicking. "This way," he called, through the trees. Ellie followed, the ring glowing brighter, its hum matching her steps. Tails flew beside her, whispering. "He's shifty," he said, "but the map's real." She nodded. Real or not, she thought, we're close. The forest thinned, a tower rising in the distance, black and jagged against the sky. Spikes jutted from its sides, windows glowing faint, like eyes watching. River stopped, pointing. "There," he said, "top floor, that's her spot." Sonic squinted. "Traps, huh?" he said, "What kind?" River grinned. "Spikes, pits, sneaky stuff," he said, "but I've got the path. Follow tight." Jake muttered low. "If he bolts," he said, "I'm chasing." Ellie clutched the ring, Amy's scarf brushing her arm as they walked. "She's up there," she said, "we'll get her." They reached the tower's base, its stone cold and rough. A door creaked open, River slipping in first. Inside, the air was stale, walls lined with spikes that gleamed in the ring's light. Steps spiraled up, narrow and steep, and River hopped them, light as a feather. "Up here," he said, "watch the third step, it bites." Sonic tested it, a spike shooting out, and he dodged, fast. "Nice call," he said, grudging. River winked. "Told ya," he said, "I'm useful." Ellie climbed, Sam close, his sketchbook tucked away now. Amy gritted her teeth, pushing through, and Tails scanned ahead. "Signals all over," he said, gloves near. Halfway up, a screech echoed, sharp and familiar. Ellie froze, the feather hot in her pocket. "Shadowclaw," she said. River spun, ears twitching. "He's early," he said, "must have heard us." Sonic tensed. "Keep going," he said, "we're not stopping." The steps wound tighter, spikes snapping out, but River called each one, his voice quick. "Left," he said, "duck, jump." They moved fast, a team now, the tower groaning around them. At the top, a platform stretched wide, a cage in the corner, empty but scratched. "Amy's hammer marks," Sonic said, "she's been here." River pointed to a trapdoor, high and locked. "Up there," he said, "that's his nest." Ellie's heart sank. "Empty cage," she said, "where's Amy?" A laugh rang out, cold and high, from above. Shadowclaw's voice cut through. "Looking for her?" he said, "Too bad, she's mine again." The trapdoor creaked, and Ellie clutched the ring, ready for more. Episode 12, The Tower Trap. The trapdoor loomed above, its edges spiked and dark, Shadowclaw's laugh still ringing in Ellie's ears. She gripped the ring, its glow cutting through the tower's gloom, while Sonic paced the platform, quills bristling. Amy's cage sat empty, its bars bent and scratched, a sign she'd fought hard. River leaned against a wall, tail flicking, his grin gone. "He's up there," he said, "got her again, sneaky bird." Tails hovered, gadget buzzing fast. "Glove signals strong," he said, "right above us." Jake cracked his knuckles, glaring at the trapdoor. "Let's bust it open," he said, "I'm done with games." Sam clutched his sketchbook, whispering soft. "She's okay, right?" he said. Ellie nodded, firm. "She's tough," she said, "we'll get her." Sonic tested the trapdoor, pushing hard, but it didn't budge. "Locked," he said, "or stuck." River slipped forward, paws quick. Hold on, he said, got a trick for that. He pulled a pin from his vest, thin and shiny, and jiggled it in a slot by the hinge. A click sounded, sharp and clear, and the door creaked up, revealing a ladder spiraling into shadow. Sonic squinted. Nice, he said, but you're still on thin ice. River shrugged. Fair, he said, I'll climb first, prove it. He scampered up, light as air, and waved from the top. Clear, he called, come on. Ellie followed, the ring pulsing wild, Sam and Jig close behind, with Tails and Sonic last, guarding the rear. The ladder twisted into a chamber, wide and cold, its walls studded with spikes that gleamed like teeth. Torches flickered, casting long shadows, and a cage hung from the ceiling, swaying slow. Inside, Amy gripped the bars, her quills messy but her eyes fierce. Sonic! She shouted, you're late. He grinned, rushing forward. Better late than never, he said, hang tight. Shadowclaw swooped from a perch, wings wide, the golden glove glinting on his talon. Not so fast, he said, pests don't learn, do they? Ellie stepped up, ring bright. Let her go, she said, you've got what you wanted. The hawk laughed, cold and sharp. Not yet, he said, the wish is mine, and she's my ticket. Jake grabbed a loose spike from the floor, hefting it like a club. Tickets cancelled, he said, swinging hard. Shadowclaw dodged, fast, and swiped back, claws grazing Jake's arm. He yelped, dropping the spike, but Sonic spun in, a blue blur, slamming the hawk's wing. Tails shot his beam, sparking the glove, and Shadowclaw screeched, flapping higher. River darted to the cage, picking the lock with his pin. Almost there, he said, hold him off. Amy kicked the bars, helping, her voice strong. Hurry, she said, he's mad now. Ellie swung Amy's hammer, small but fierce, clipping the hawk's tail. He hissed, glaring. You'll pay, he said, diving fast. The chamber erupted, spikes snapping from the walls, triggered by Shadowclaw's flaps. Sonic zipped around, kicking them away, shouting. Watch out! He said. Ellie ducked a spike, pulling Sam down with her, his sketchbook skidding across the floor. Tails flew high, dodging, his beam buzzing wild. Jake rolled, grabbing another spike, and chucked it, missing but close. River clicked the lock open, and Amy burst out, landing hard. Thanks, she said, grabbing her hammer from Ellie. Time to swing, she said, charging Shadowclaw. He met her, claws clashing with steel, sparks flying bright. Ellie clutched the ring, its glow flaring, and felt that hum again, like the ruins. Balance, she thought, we're close. She shouted, loud and clear. The ring, she said, it's the key. Sonic spun back, nodding. Right, he said, keep him busy. He zipped to her, fast, while Amy slammed her hammer, forcing Shadowclaw back. Tails aimed his beam, steady now, and River danced around, tossing pebbles to distract. Jake joined in, yelling. Over here, bird brain. He said, drawing a swipe. Ellie held the ring up, its light pulsing wild, and pointed it at the glove. Stop him, she said, soft but sure. The ring flared, green light flooding the chamber, and Shadowclaw froze, mid-swing, his eyes wide. What's this? He said, voice shaking. The glove glowed too, tugging at his talon, like it wanted free. Sonic leapt, grabbing it, but Shadowclaw broke loose, screeching loud. No! He said, mine. He flapped hard, wind gusting, and the glove slipped, tumbling toward the floor. Amy dove, catching it just before it hit, rolling to her feet. "Got it," she said, grinning fierce. Shadowclaw roared, diving again, but the ring's light pulsed once more, and he veered, crashing into a wall, dazed. Ellie panted, "The ring's steady now." "It worked," she said, "it's fighting him." Sonic nodded, helping Amy up. "Balance," he said, "like the carvings." Tails landed, Gadget quiet. "Signal's stable," he said, "gloves ours." River clapped, slow and sly. "Nice show," he said, "told you I'd help." Jake glared. "Barely," he said, "you're still a sneak." Shadowclaw staggered up, feathers ruffled, eyes burning. "This isn't over," he said, flapping weak but fast, out a window into the night. Ellie watched him go, the glove safe in Amy's hands, but his words lingered, heavy and mean. Amy dusted off, hammer over her shoulder. "He's hurt," she said, "but he'll be back." Sonic tied the scarf around her wrist, firm. "Let him try," he said, "we've got the team." Ellie smiled, the ring warm again. "And the glove," she said, "what now?" The chamber creaked, spikes still, but a shadow flickered outside, quick and gone. They weren't done yet. Episode 13, Claws and Courage. The tower's chamber fell quiet, the echo of Shadowclaw's screech fading into the night. Ellie stood by the cage, the ring glowing soft in her hand, its light bouncing off the golden glove Amy clutched tight. Spikes gleamed on the walls, still and sharp, and the air smelled of dust and metal. Sonic dusted his sneakers, quills settling, while Tails hovered, Gadget humming low. River leaned against a torch, tail flicking, his grin back but shaky. Jake rubbed his arm where a claw had grazed, muttering low. "That bird's a coward," he said, "running off like that." Sam knelt by his sketchbook, picking it up, his pencil tracing Amy's cage fast. "She's safe now," he said, voice small but glad. Ellie smiled at him, her heart still racing. Safe, she thought, but not done. Amy hefted the glove, its gold catching the torchlight. "We've got it," she said, "but he's not giving up." Sonic nodded, tying her scarf tighter around her wrist. "He's hurt," he said, "but mad. Shadowclaw doesn't quit easy." Ellie stepped closer, the ring pulsing steady. "What's he want the wish for?" she asked. Amy frowned, thinking hard. "Power," she said, "something big." He kept ranting about fixing things, his way. Tails adjusted his goggles, scanning the glove. "It's charged," he said, "ready for a wish, but it's tricky. One shot, no take-backs." River perked up, sly. "Could wish for gold," he said, "or speed." Jake snorted. "Or a brain," he said, "you need one." River chuckled, unbothered. Sonic paced, green eyes narrow. "We can't let him get it back," he said, "but we've gotta move fast. That window's open, he'll circle." Ellie glanced out, stars winking through the dark, no sign of wings yet. The ring hummed, warm and sure, and she felt that pull again, like the ruins. "Balance," she said, soft but clear, "the ring and glove, they're tied." Amy met her gaze, nodding slow. "Yeah," she said, "felt it when you zapped him. Like they talked to each other." Tails tilted his head. "Old magic," he said, "maybe a lock and key." Sam looked up, pencil pausing. "To keep it safe?" he asked. Ellie nodded. "Maybe," she said, "or to stop him." A screech cut through, loud and close, rattling the spikes. Ellie spun, the feather in her pocket burning hot. "He's here," she said. Shadowclaw burst through the window, wings wide, scars glinting in the torchlight. His eyes blazed, yellow and wild, and his voice rasped mean. "You think you've won?" he said. "Give me the glove, or I'll take it." Sonic zipped in front, fists up. "Over my quills," he said. "Try it." The hawk dove, claws out, and Amy swung her hammer, fast and hard, clipping his wing. He screeched, veering, but swiped back, knocking the hammer loose. It clattered across the floor, and Ellie dove for it, sliding on her knees. Jake grabbed a spike, chucking it hard, and Tails shot his beam, sparking Shadowclaw's beak. The hawk roared, flapping wild, and River darted around, tossing pebbles to confuse. Ellie reached the hammer, heaving it up, and swung, small but fierce, hitting his talon. The glove slipped from Amy's grip, tumbling free, and Shadowclaw lunged, claws snatching at it. Sonic spun, a blue blur, and tackled him midair, both crashing into the wall. The glove spun, landing near the cage, glowing bright. Ellie shouted, loud and clear. "Jake," she said, "distract him." Jake nodded, brave now, and ran at Shadowclaw, yelling. "Over here, Featherface," he said, drawing a swipe. Sonic rolled free, panting, and dashed to Amy, pulling her up. "You okay?" he asked. She grinned, tough as ever. "Yeah," she said, "let's finish this." Ellie clutched the ring, its light flaring, and pointed it at the glove again. "Stop," she said, firm and sure. The green glow pulsed, meeting the glove's gold, and Shadowclaw froze, mid-flap, his screech cut short. "No!" he said, straining hard. The glove lifted, floating toward Amy, and she grabbed it, "Steady now." "Gotcha," she said, holding tight. Tails flew up, beam steady. "It's working," he said, the rings pulling it back. Shadowclaw broke free, roaring loud, and dove at Ellie, claws gleaming. Sonic leapt, spinning fast, and slammed his chest, sending him crashing into the cage. The bars bent, trapping his wing, and he thrashed, wild but stuck. "Let me go," he said, voice cracking. Ellie stepped forward, ring bright. "You lost," she said. "It's ours now." Amy held the glove high, nodding. "And we're not like you," she said, "we don't hurt for wishes." River clapped, slow and sly. "Smart move," he said, "Hawk's done." Jake crossed his arms, smug. "Told you," he said, "toast." Sam ran to Ellie, hugging her quick. "You did it," he said, brave and happy. She smiled, ruffling his hair. "We did," she said, "all of us." Sonic dusted off, grinning at Amy. "Good to have you back," he said, hammer and all. She smirked, hefting it up. "Missed it," she said, "and you clowns." Tails landed, gadget quiet. "Signals calm," he said, "gloves safe." But Shadowclaw glared, trapped but burning. "This isn't over," he said, "I'll find a way." Ellie met his eyes, steady. "Try," she said, "we'll be ready." The glove glowed soft in Amy's hands, its wish waiting, and the ring pulsed, warm and sure. They'd won, but Ellie felt it, a tug, like more was coming. Shadowclaw's cage rattled, his claws scraping, and the night outside whispered secrets they still had to hear. Episode 14, The Wish Dilemma. The tower's chamber buzzed with quiet victory, the golden glove glowing soft in Amy's hands. Shadowclaw slumped in the bent cage, his scarred wings pinned, yellow eyes glaring but dim. Ellie stood close to Sonic, the ring steady against her chest, its green light fading to a gentle hum. Tails hovered by the window, Gadget tucked away, while River lounged on a spike-free ledge, tail flicking lazy. Jake dusted his hands, grinning smug. "Told you he'd lose," he said, "birds all talk." Sam sat cross-legged, sketching the glove fast, his pencil scratching loud in the stillness. Amy hefted her hammer, smirking at Sonic. "Nice save," she said, "but next time, I'm swinging first." He chuckled, tying her scarf tighter. "Deal," he said, "just stay out of cages." Ellie stepped forward, the ring warm in her palm. "The glove," she said, "what do we do with it?" Amy held it up, its gold catching the torchlight, perfect and small. "One wish," she said, "that's the rule." Shadowclaw wanted it bad, but we've got it now. Tails landed, adjusting his goggles. "It's stable," he said, "no tricks left." "Wish is ours, but it's big." Sonic scratched his quills, thinking hard. "Gotta be smart," he said, "no messes like the carvings showed." Ellie nodded, the ruin's voice echoing in her head. "Balance," she thought, "it's about balance." She looked at Sam, his big eyes on the glove. "What would you wish?" she asked, soft and curious. Sam paused, pencil hovering. "Something small," he said, "like a friend for the flowers, so they're not lonely." Ellie smiled, his sweetness warming her. "That's nice," she said, "kind." Jake snorted, crossing his arms. "I'd wish us home," he said, "tired of this crazy place." River perked up, sly. "Gold," he said, "piles of it, shiny and mine." Amy rolled her eyes. "Typical," she said, "you'd waste it." Sonic grinned at Ellie. "What about you?" he asked. "You've got the ring, your call matters." She bit her lip, the glove's glow pulling at her. "I don't know," she said, "something good, something right." A screech broke the quiet, weak but sharp, from Shadowclaw's cage. "Fools," he said, "you'll ruin it, just like them." Ellie turned, steady. "Like who?" she asked. The hawk glared, feathers ruffling. "The old ones," he said, "wished big, broke everything. I'd fix it, make it mine." Sonic stepped up, firm. "Fix it how?" he said, more hurt. Shadowclaw hissed, low. "Strength," he said, "no weaklings, no pests." Amy gripped the glove tighter. "That's your problem," she said, "you think kindness is weak." "It's not." Ellie nodded, feeling it too. "He's wrong," she thought, "we've proved it." Tails tilted his head, thoughtful. "Wish could fix him," he said, "maybe calm him down." River laughed, sharp. "Boring," he said, "give him a tail, see him squirm." Jake smirked. "Or feathers that fall out," he said, "bald bird." Sam giggled, hiding it quick, and Ellie couldn't help grinning. But the ring pulsed, serious now, and she held it up. "It's not about him," she said, "it's about us, what we want." Sonic met her eyes, green and sure. "You're right," he said, "we've got the power, not him." Amy nodded, handing her the glove. "You try," she said, "you've got the heart for it." Ellie took it, small and heavy, its gold warm like the ring. She slipped it on, the fit loose but snug, and the chamber hummed, torches flaring bright. Whoa, she said, it's alive. Tails scanned it, excited. Signals spiking, he said, wish is ready. Shadowclaw thrashed, cage rattling. No! He shouted, mine. Sonic spun, kicking a spike loose to block him. Stay put, he said, this is ours. Ellie closed her eyes, the glove tingling, a question in its glow. What's good? She thought, what's right? Home flickered, her parents' smiles, but Sam's flowers danced too, and Amy's strength, Sonic's speed, all of them together. A screech split the air, loud and wild, and Shadowclaw burst free, cage bars snapping. He dove, claws out, straight for Ellie. Give it! He said, voice raw. Sonic tackled him, fast, pinning him down, but the hawk's wing swiped, knocking the glove loose. It spun, clattering near the window, and Shadowclaw lunged again, desperate. Ellie dove, sliding fast, and grabbed it just as his claws grazed her raincoat. She rolled, heart pounding, and slipped it back on, the glow flaring wild. Stop! She shouted, and the ring pulsed, green meeting gold, freezing him midair. Sonic panted, holding him down. Now, Ellie, he said, wish it. Amy grabbed her hammer, ready. Make it count, she said, we've got him. Tails flew close, nodding. You can do it, he said, trust yourself. Jake stepped up, firm. Whatever you pick, he said, I'm in. Sam hugged his sketchbook, smiling small. Something good, he said, like you. River watched, quiet for once, and Ellie felt them all, their trust, their fight. Shadowclaw glared, trapped but burning. You'll fail, he said, weaklings always do. Ellie stood, glove and ring humming together, her voice steady. I know what I want, she said, but the hawk's claws twitched, and the night outside growled, ready for more. Episode 15, One Golden Wish. The tower trembled under Ellie's feet, the golden glove glowing hot on her hand, its light spilling across the chamber. Shadowclaw thrashed in Sonic's grip, claws scraping stone, his yellow eyes wild with rage. The ring pulsed against her chest, green and steady, tying her to the glove like a thread. Amy stood ready, hammer raised, her quills sharp in the torchlight. Tails hovered close, Gadget quiet, his tails twitching fast. Jake clenched his fists, glaring at the hawk, while Sam peeked from his sketchbook, pencil still. River edged toward the window, sly but watching, the night outside dark and waiting. Ellie took a breath, the wish humming loud in her ears. She knew it now, clear as the stars. Shadowclaw hissed, voice rough. You can't, he said, you won't. Sonic tightened his hold, quills bristling. Shut it, he said, she's got this. Ellie stepped forward, the glove flaring bright, and raised her hand. I wish, she said, soft but sure, for kindness to heal his heart, so he stops hurting everyone. The chamber froze, the words hanging heavy, and the glove pulsed once, twice, then burst into golden light, flooding the room. Shadowclaw screeched, loud and sharp, his wings flapping wild, but the light wrapped him, soft and warm, sinking deep. He slumped, panting hard, and Sonic let go, stepping back. The hawk's eyes blinked, yellow fading to a dull gold, softer now. What did you do? He said, voice shaky, not mean. Ellie lowered her hand, the glove dimming, spent. Kindness, she said, you don't have to fight anymore. Shadowclaw stared, feathers ruffling slow, and for the first time, he didn't snarl. Don't hate you, he said, confused, like the words felt strange. Amy lowered her hammer, squinting. Is that real? She asked. Tails scanned him, nodding slow. Heart rate's calm, he said, no anger spikes. It worked. Jake crossed his arms, suspicious. He's faking, he said, gotta be. But Sam stepped out, brave and small, holding out a flower he'd sketched, torn from his book. For you, he said, so you're not lonely. Shadowclaw took it, claws gentle now, and stared at the paper, quiet. Thanks, he said, low and rough, like he'd never said it before. River whistled, leaning back. Well, he said, that's a twist. Didn't see that coming. Ellie smiled, the ring warm against her. It's better, she said, than gold or power. Sonic dusted his sneakers, grinning at Ellie. You're something else, he said, picked the best wish. Amy nodded, scarf fluttering. Yeah, she said, took guts to go soft on him. Shadowclaw sat up, slow and stiff, his scars still sharp but his fight gone. I wanted strength, he said, to fix what broke me. Didn't think this'd feel okay. Ellie knelt by him, kind but firm. Hurting's not fixing, she said, helping is. He looked away, nodding once, small but real. Maybe, he said, I'll try. Tails tilted his head, curious. Where's the glove from? He asked. Who made it? Shadowclaw rubbed his beak, thinking hard. Old ones, he said, long gone. They split their world, hid the pieces. Ring finds, glove binds, that's their trick. Ellie held up the ring, its glow faint now. So it brought us here, she said, to stop you? He shrugged, feathers settling. Or save me, he said, who knows? Sonic clapped his shoulder, light but sure. Either way, he said, you're not alone now. Shadowclaw blinked, surprised, and didn't pull away. The glove flickered, its gold fading to a dull shine, and Amy handed it to Tails. Keep it safe, she said, no more wishes today. He tucked it in his bag, grinning. Locked up tight, he said, Knuckles'll love this story. Jake stretched, yawning loud. Can we go home now? He asked, this place is nuts. Ellie laughed, the ring pulsing once, bright and quick. It flared green, flooding the chamber, and the air spun, fast and wild, like when they'd first arrived. Sam grabbed her arm, excited. It's working. He said, we're going. River waved, sly as ever. See ya, he said, fun while it lasted. The tower blurred, walls melting into green hills, then gray streets, the rainy town snapping back around them. Ellie blinked, the ring dim in her hand, her raincoat damp again. The market buzzed, stalls and soup smells filling the air, like no time had passed. Jake shook his head, dazed. We're back, he said, finally. Sam hugged his sketchbook, smiling big. That was real, he said, all of it. Amy's scarf was gone, the glove too, but the ring stayed, quiet now, a secret they'd keep. Ellie tucked it in her pocket, next to Luna's feather, and felt its warmth. Home, she thought, but different. Shadowclaw's voice echoed, faint in her mind. Who made it? He'd said, and the ring pulsed, just once, like it knew. Ellie looked at the sky, rain slowing, stars peeking through. There's more, she said, soft to herself, and Sam nodded, hearing it too. Jake groaned, trudging toward the inn. More? He said, I'm sleeping for a week. She giggled, following slow, the ring a promise of wonders still out there, waiting. Episode 16, Home with a Secret. Rain tapped soft on the cobblestones as Ellie walked back to the inn, the ring tucked safe in her pocket, its glow gone but its warmth still there. The town buzzed around her, stalls closing up, soup steam curling into the night, like nothing had changed. Jake trudged ahead, hood up, muttering low. "If I never see another hedgehog," he said, "I'll be happy." Sam skipped beside Ellie, his sketchbook clutched tight, pages full of Sonic, Amy, and Shadowclaw's wings. "It was real," he said, grinning big, "all of it." She nodded, the feather in her pocket brushing her fingers, a quiet reminder of Luna's riddles and the world they'd left. Home felt small now, but bigger too, like a door had cracked open. The inn's lights glowed warm through the drizzle, and their parents waved from the porch, cups of tea steaming in their hands. "Where've you been?" Mom called, "You're soaked." Ellie smiled, shrugging. "Exploring," she said, "got caught in the rain." Dad laughed, ruffling Jake's hair. "Adventures, huh?" he said, "Hope you found something good." Jake snorted, pulling away. "You have no idea," he said, but he didn't spill. Sam hugged his sketchbook tighter, eyes bright. "Really good," he said, soft and sure. Ellie felt the ring, its metal cool now, and kept quiet. Some secrets were theirs alone. Inside, the inn smelled of bread and wood, cozy and safe. They kicked off wet sneakers, piling them by the fire, and Mom handed out towels. "Dry off," she said, "then bed, big day tomorrow." Ellie wrapped hers around her shoulders, the ring a small weight in her pocket. She glanced at Sam, who nodded, and Jake, who just yawned, already half asleep. Upstairs, their room was tiny, 2 beds and a cot, rain pattering the window. Sam climbed into the cot, sketchbook open, flipping through pages of green hills and golden loops. "Look," he said, "I got tails plain perfect." Ellie leaned over, smiling. "You did," she said, "he'd love it." Jake flopped onto a bed, groaning loud. "No more towers," he said, "or raccoons, or crazy birds." Ellie giggled, sitting beside him. "You were brave," she said, throwing that spike. He smirked, eyes closing. "Yeah," he said, "pretty cool, huh?" She nodded, pulling the ring out, its swirls catching the lamplight. Sam sat up, curious. "It's quiet now," he said, "no glow." Ellie turned it over, feeling its hum, faint but there. "It's resting," she said, "like us. But it's not done, I think." Jake cracked an eye. "Done?" he said, "We're home, that's it." She shook her head, soft. "Not all of it," she said, "there's more." Sam tilted his head, pencil tapping. "More like what?" he asked. Ellie traced the ring's carvings, thinking of Shadowclaw's words. "Old ones," he'd said, "split their world. The ring finds, the glove binds, but why them? Why now?" She shrugged, tucking it back. "I don't know," she said, "but it brought us there, and back. Maybe it's waiting." Jake groaned, rolling over. "Waiting for what?" he said, "More running?" "I'm out." Sam giggled, sketching again. "Maybe friends," he said, "like Sonic and Amy." Ellie smiled, warm inside. "Maybe," she said, "or something new." The fire crackled downstairs, Mom's voice drifting up, singing off-key. Ellie climbed into the other bed, pulling the blanket high, the ring in her pocket a quiet promise. She closed her eyes, green hills flashing behind them, Sonic's grin, Amy's hammer, Shadowclaw's softened gold eyes. They'd won, fixed something big, but the ring felt alive, like it had stories left. Sleep tugged, soft and slow, and she drifted, rain a lullaby against the glass. Sam's pencil scratched on, Jake's snores rumbling, and the night settled, cozy and still. A flicker woke her, late and quick, the room dark but for a tiny green spark. She sat up, heart thumping, and pulled the ring out. It glowed, just a wink, then dimmed, like a secret wink back. Sam stirred, blinking. "Ellie?" he said, sleepy. She held it up, whispering. "Look," she said, "it's awake." He rubbed his eyes, smiling small. "More?" he asked. She nodded, tucking it away. "Maybe," she said, "someday." Jake mumbled, half dreaming. "No hedgehogs," he said, and they giggled, quiet so he wouldn't wake. Ellie lay back, the ring's warmth spreading through her. Home was here, the inn, the rain, but that world was out there too, Sonic waving goodbye in her mind, Amy's scarf fluttering, Shadowclaw's flower tucked in his wing. "What else can it do?" she whispered, soft as a breath, and the ring pulsed once, like it heard. Sam yawned, curling up. "Tell me tomorrow," he said, and she promised, silent, the night wrapping them tight. Outside, the rain slowed, stars peeking through, and the town slept, small and gray. But Ellie knew, deep down, the ring wasn't finished, and neither were they. Somewhere, beyond the cobblestones, wonders waited, and she'd be ready, with Sam and Jake, for whatever came next. Thank you for listening to this incredible story. Our team would really appreciate it if you give us a like and comment. Your opinion is very important to us. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed. See you soon.